Hey guys, how's it going? This is another producer. I hope you guys doing good, and I hope everything's good with you guys. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to talk about the Neve 1073 preamp, and this preamp have been a game changer in my recordings. And when I started, I had the Scarlett Focusrite, the small one, uh, and it have like a built-in preamp, but it was doing the job, but after using this preamp, ain't gonna lie, this preamp have been a game changer. This preamp, you know what I'm saying, the Neve 1073 have been used by a lot of artists such as Drake, Future, Chris Brown, especially Chris Brown. Saw his engineer talk about how he used the 1073 and the settings and stuff like that. That was pretty interesting. And watched a couple of videos on the 1073. I'm not gonna lie, this preamp is really a game changer. And to be honest, using this preamp have been a real major game changer in my recordings. I have a subscriber that asked me what kind of preamp I use. Use the 1073 SPS. They have a dual version where they have another one, but since I'm doing a mono recording, which I'm gonna use one preamp, I got an SPS, which is a very great preamp. Right now it's connected to the Apollo S6. I did a video last time about the Apollo S6. This is the Apollo preamp, but while I'm connected, this gotta be off. You can't have these two together. So it's connected. I connect everything to the back. You could have the mic on the front, but I prefer everything in the back. So I can just do everything right here. Um, it comes with an EQ. And which is the beautiful thing about this preamp. Come with the EQ. You can kind of mess with the EQ. This is the high right here. As I'm going high, you can hear the difference, highs. And I'm going down to the high. I'm going down the high. You see, I'm going back again. Give it some more highs. Okay, 10K. I record around 10K, especially when I'm singing 10K. Or maybe a little less than that. Probably like around 5, or sometimes I drop it on 0. It just depends on what kind of recording, what kind of records I'm doing. So I put it right here. I did a video last time. I said I record between 40 and 30. Yep, I record around that area. Um, this is the mid. You know what I'm saying? Give it a little bit mid. You can hear the mid. I'm bringing it back down again. I'm bringing it all the way back down. Now you hear that everything have been. You know what I'm saying? It sound muffled a little bit. So there we go. I'm getting it back again. You can hear that. Okay. Now I'm gonna put it right here. Now, you got the lows, you know what I'm saying? So 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep, yep. You had a very bassy sound, very low end in my voice. So I'm gonna take it back out again. This EQ right here is so fun to play with, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know what I'm saying, if you're a singer, rapper, or anything, like do anything with sound, you kind of play with this EQ. And this is, you know what I'm saying, low pass filter. Just depend on what kind of, based on what kind of things you want to record, you can kind of play with the settings. This is the EQ right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take off the EQ. This is without the EQ. You know what I'm saying? Taking off the EQ. And I prefer to have the EQ on, you know what I'm saying, to give me that flavor. Uh, right now it's around 35. Oops, sorry guys. Around 35, but let me see. Go to 40. You know what I'm saying? 40 right here. And 30. It just depends on what kind of, you know what I'm saying, setting you like. The louder you get, the louder the things is, this thing turn orange. It passed from 0 to orange. You know what I'm saying? Just depend on when you're shouting and stuff like that, and it go to orange. Or the cool thing about it too, this is the power button. You turn it on, and this is the volume. And with the volume, the cool thing about it is you could change settings out here too. You could put it on, you know what I'm saying? This is a OP, this is EQ and the IP, so you can play with it, I prefer to put it right here. And 48 volts, Like I said, I put everything in the back, so I just leave this one right here. Maybe I guess I have an instrument or anything like that, but right now I'm just gonna go with the mic. So the mainly and everything is connected to the back. Uh, then there's a cable that goes from the phantom power, to the preamp, and then another cable go to the input of the power assist to get its signal to turn into digital. So the analog sound is being transferred to digital to get a signal. So that's why you see all this right here. That's one thing I like about Apollo 2. It kind of show you once that have the meter on, a meter out, kind of show you okay, now I'm in line 1. So line 1 is the 1073 pre, which I name it right here. So that's the cool thing about it. And this preamp have really been a game changer. Come with a very simple preamp. You just read it. The price right now, the price point is about, when I got it, it was like around 1650. Now it's like 1795. Let me double check. I don't want to give the double check it. Now it's 1795. So maybe after tax, you're talking about 2 grand right there. I got it for like around 18, but the price just went up. I mean, this thing is really golden, and I wanted to get it quick before anything happened. You know what I'm saying? Once this stuff go out of stock, it'd be hard to get. They have another version, but it's very expensive. Around 3,000. I think the Bay, that's 73, but I like this one. This one is very easy to use. And I'm gonna put a link of description below. You guys can go see what it is. And it got the instructions. Go on Sweetwater. You could just kind of read uh kind of read what I'm saying, the instruction before buying it. Kind of read what Neve offers. The EQ. You know what I'm saying, the LED lights, you know what I'm saying, the microphone, you know what I'm saying, how to connect everything. Everything is right here. And come with a phantom power, little phantom power. You just kind of connect it to the to get the power. And this pen, honestly, have been a really game changer. You know what I'm saying? I use EQs here, which allow me not to lose too much EQ in the box. I made that mistake on the record that I did called Wall. I'm gonna put that in the link of description too. And you can hear that I boosted a lot of highs, and then when I went to bass, I used the Pro K3. I kind of cut a whole lot of low end, and you know what I'm saying, I was pushing for a sound, and I heard that it was just too, it was cutting my ears. It was too bright. So I was just playing around with it. So using it. So I know I'm going to make a lot of mistake playing with this, but right now I'm still looking for my sound. I'm still trying to find out the perfect settings. And I'm playing with it, and the more I'm playing with it, eventually I'm gonna find that setting. So using this preamp, what I'm saying, is really a cool preamp to play with. It's expensive, but they have the 500 series 1073. They have all kind of 1073. That there's this is like one of the cheaper one, because it costs, Neve 1073. This preamp costs a lot. So, but if you had a budget, go ahead. But to summarize, what I'm saying, that's the preamp that I've been using since the beginning of this year, and just the first preamp that I own itself. And yes, guys, that's all I have to say about this preamp. You have any comment, anything like that, drop drop your suggestion under the comment. And appreciate you guys. Just all I have to say about this preamp. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm saying, for more video. I'm gonna be coming with more video hopefully every week. I'm still doing my other job, so sometimes I be caught up a little bit. But I'm gonna try my best to what I'm saying, keep up with the videos. And if you like this video, what I'm saying, comment and subscribe and show some love. What I'm saying, so what I'm saying, I keep dropping more videos like this. I thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys have a good one. I'm gonna see you guys on the next video. Peace.